all roads lead to the pebbled ice, George.
It's amazing. It's amazing to be back near this kind of sheet is really joyous for me. I curled in high school, and I've got friends who love to curl, so we'll show up and play a mini kind of tournament somewhere. But this, to be here with the best in the world, this is exciting.
When did you first try curling, see curling, fall in love with curling?
So I grew up in the Eddie the Wrench era, so I was watching curling on TV all the time, right? I love watching it as a sport. Then one day I'm sitting in high school, as you could tell I'm a bit of a troublemaker, so I wasn't a jock by any means, but but it was music, and my friends and I, we were the kind of outsidery types in high school, and we heard an announcement saying the curling club is going to meet and they're looking for members, because my team wasn't known, my city and my school wasn't known as a curling place, and so I was like, I'm doing that. So my friends and I, metalheads and punk rock fans and a couple others showed up because we loved the sport and no one expected us. So we'd go to different schools and different neighborhoods to curl, and they all looked like what you would expect curlers would look like. And then we showed up. We were like the Bad News Bears, but it was really funny. So yeah, so that was the first time I got to play. And we were one of those leagues that our school didn't have any equipment. Yeah. So we just had a roll of tape. Our sliders were tape on our feet. We didn't have sliders. That schools with money had sliders. We didn't have that. So we had tape and my Doc Marten boots, and that's how we would curl down the ice. But I loved it so much. Yeah.
It is quintessentially Canadian.
Yeah.
And for me, and I know for you, it strikes at the heart of community.
Community, and I think the thing that I love so much about this sport is that it's in how it's so Canadian.
Yeah.
Is we didn't invent it, it came here.
Right.
Like so much of what made this country great, so much of what made this country challenging and problematic is because it came here. But a really beautiful thing that it's an import that we turned and made it into our own, and of course we've become so good at it. And you go all around the country and somebody loves this sport. I was doing a live stream the other night and I was talking about coming here, and my audience were going crazy for curling, and people who I didn't expect. They love it. I think it's also a sport where we like the athletes. We like the athletes.
They are like the people next door.
Yeah, and it really does matter. And it's not like, by the way, when curling first went in the Olympics, where everybody went, my dad can win a gold medal.
Right.
They're athletes. They're in much better shape.
But also, let's remind the audience, Sandra Schmirler, you were not beating Sandra.
No, you were not beating her.
But you covered Sandra.
I interviewed Sandra Schmirler when she was Sandra Peterson.
Amazing.
When I was covering the Scott Tournament of Hearts when I was a junior sports reporter. By the way, my radio station was up the street. We used to cover the Leafs and the Raptors here when the Raptors were playing games in here. Unreal. So in this very building. So yeah, I got to interview, and Sandra was so nice to me. So nice.
You wanted to be here.
Big time.
Battle of the Sexes.
Big time. Battle
of the World Champions.
Big time. Couldn't have scripted it like you said, right? Couldn't get better.
What's going to play out here?
I
just also love how much of a fan you are of this sport.
It depends on who's handles the party the best. It depends on who's got the clearest brain. You know what I think? I think it's going to... I'll tell you, I don't know who's going to win, but I'm really looking forward to seeing who pulls that sweep move. Press the button and kind of screw everybody up.
The sweep stopper.
The sweep stopper, I think that's really interesting how this is going to be fun. Also, this is going to be a packed room, and this is an important building. Yeah. And I think that the atmosphere is going to, these players have all played in big rooms before, but this is going to be a different kind of experience.
It's going to be a vibe in here.
Yeah, it's going to be a vibe, and that's what this sport's really good at.
Last one, George. This sport, people love it. They've wanted it to become professional for a long time. Where do you see this all going?
It should, and it will. It's a matter of time. If you think about the way sports are evolving around the world, and you hear people talk about niche sports and new sports popping up. What if you took that same kind of rebel spirit, but you applied it to something that has centuries plus tradition. And history? So you don't have to invent legacy. Legacy's here.
It's built in.
Gods and goddesses already played this game. It's an enormous success around the world. The Olympics are huge. I think it's a matter of time. I'm excited about it.
Stay tuned.